We look at society right now, and the popular thing is to talk about all the bad things that have happened to you, that you create this identity around, that you talk about for the rest of your life, never escaping the identity that you create for yourself. Are you controlling the things that you are capable of controlling? And I'm going to bet that the answer is no. Because if you were to control the things that you can actually control, you would have far less chaos in your life. You have far more that you can control than you cannot control in your life. Okay, you can't control the weather, you can't control what other people do, but you can control a lot of what you do. Let me give you some examples. Okay, you can control what you eat, you control what you drink, you control what you read, what information you consume. You control your activity level. You control who you surround yourself with. You control your inputs, your stimulus, negative or positive at all times. You control your ability to get sucked into dramatic situations of gossip or peasantry, the normal people, the people that go around all day long in chaos, swirling around, the shit that they get wrapped up in. You control not getting wrapped up in that. So are you controlling any of these things? What's your diet look like today? What'd you eat so far? What'd you read so far? Who'd you talk to so far? Did you move today? Did you lift some weights? Did you get outside in the sun? Did you do some walking? If the answer is no, those things will help you feel a lot less chaotic automatically for a bunch of reasons. One of which is that when you're feeling down, when you're feeling anxious, when you're feeling frustrated, doing something in a very short amount of time, let's say an hour or maybe a workout, right? That you can be proud of at the end of the time that has passed is going to be something that helps boost your mood and lift you up just a little bit, okay? We are in control of a lot more than we are willing to admit. And when we refuse to admit that we aren't taking control of the things that we can control, it perpetuates the feelings of chaos, anxiety, depression, and victimhood that we all talk about so much now, okay? So the first thing is, are you controlling it? And if you aren't, you need to start. That's the first thing you need to do, okay? The second thing that you need to understand fundamentally is that you are actually in control of your momentum, all right? We've all had these times where we feel like everything is working, everything's going smooth. I've got all this momentum. I feel really good. I'm kicking ass. I'm proud of myself. I feel healthy. I'm sleeping good. I'm eating good. And we've got all this momentum. And we have it, and then for some reason, it goes away. And then we kind of like struggle and flounder around and then kind of wait for the momentum to come back. And this is what average people do, okay? Average people live their entire lives unaware that we actually control our own momentum. So what does that mean and what does that look like? Well, it's very simple, all right? If you find yourself in a place of zero momentum, you're dead in the water, your life is chaos, you're full of anxiety, realize that you can create the momentum, and it's very simple. You go back to point number one, where you control the things that you can control, and you push through day after day after day after day when it's extremely hard, when it's extremely frustrating, and you get to a point where it starts to become more comfortable. And this is where the momentum starts to take over, okay? So when you do the things that you know you're supposed to do, that you do not feel like doing, and you force yourself to do them for just a few days, okay? By forcing yourself, what you do is you actually create the momentum in your life, and then your life becomes that much easier. And this anxious feeling, this chaotic feeling, this feeling of not knowing what's going to happen or waiting for the next bad thing to happen, that all goes away because you've now manufactured the momentum. And this is something that high caliber, high achieving people all understand that low caliber, low achieving people do not understand. And then the third thing is this: stop watching what other people are doing and worrying about what other people are doing. Those motherfuckers are struggling just like you. And if they're not, they're probably full of shit, okay? Let's be real. Life is hard. Life's especially hard right now. It's hard for everybody, and everybody's pushing through doing the best that they can. And when you compare yourself to you struggling and you feeling anxious and you feeling frustrated to everybody else's happy life that they put out on YouTube or Instagram or whatever it is you're watching them, you're going to feel worse about yourself. And that feeling of you feeling worse about yourself will actually keep you from making the progress that's required through steps 1 and 2, which is controlling what you control and then creating your own momentum.